Buddha.
Welcome, welcome, welcome. This is the Smartest Dumb People, and I'm the host, Anthony That Dude Johnson. And always, always, always to my left, Quando Rondo, my high school bud. And always to my right, we on the left side today, Willie ABN. We got a special guest in the building. He goes by the name of Keith Murray. This man has been on many fucking songs. He actually went gold. He actually sold over 500,000 his first album release. So I'm gonna tell you something, Keith. I just said it before the show started, bro. You are a hip hop legend. I actually got some of the songs that people know about that I put a little montage together. I'm gonna play the clip. I'll be right.
It's gonna be a party, y'all. Keith Murray rocks by version with universal and overcome. Combined with R. Kelly and prove it can be done. Come
on, everybody say yeah! Let's scream! I'm here to make $1 out of 15 cents. Let my balls sing like I'm on a toilet taking out. Delivery. Ladies and gentlemen, Keith Murray.
This for my niggas, them special delivery. Bang your head off to this, fucking up your memory. I'll shake your cradle and rock your boat. Buck 50. It's gonna be a party, y'all. Keith Murray rock.
Keith Murray has actually done, man. Like I said, this man went 500,000. He sold 500,000 in his first album in 1994. Keith Murray's in the building.
And I bought it.
Man, listen, the most beautifulest thing in this world. We got him in the building, man. He in Omaha, Nebraska. We appreciate you for coming through, King. We really appreciate you. And like I was saying, you are.
Oh, now you the baddest nigga in Nebraska.
The illest nigga in Nebraska.
Nah, man, we still ain't lit that damn movie down, man. Shout out to Belly. But listen, man, I want to ask you a couple questions, man. So, how'd you find yourself with Eric Sherman, man?
Well, I'm from Central Islip, Long Island, where K-Soul is from. Eric Sherman is from Brentwood. And K-Soul was with EPMD in Paris. And he used to come to Carlton Avenue, where I live. And I asked him to take me to Eric. I met him on Low Avenue. He was talking to some girl. I was driving by my Montero, the Urban Gorilla. And I seen him. I made a U-turn and went there. And he took me to Eric's house, knocked on the door.
Pulled up, knocked on the door.
Knocked on the door. Knocked on the door. Knocked on the door. And then he came from downstairs. I seen him, opened the door. Okay, someone introduced me to him. He said, come in the room, I'm making beats. He played some beats. I started rambling around my head. And I never left.
Man, let me tell you, man.
So you was rapping before that, though? You was already rapping, though, before that.
Man, my Uncle T-Roy, the original B-boy, is and always was into hip-hop. And him and his man Richie, and my sister D-Ski, the original B-girl, they was always, she was in the dressing and listening to music. But Uncle T-Roy would play the music, and I'd be like, how they do that? And he just told me, yo, grab a pen, write this down, read it back to yourself, and see how it sounds. It might sound like I'm just an MC, but I'm not. I'm a prince of poetry.
Wow.
And then I just started listening to the rock, G-rap. 12 years old, I used to listen to, my grandmother used to go to work at the Patterson home. She was a nurse. And I would listen to the radio, WBLS, Mr. Magic and Marley Marl. And then I just learned all the songs. And then from there, I just picked it up.
Was you a fan of Biggie before you met him?
Well, I didn't know who he was. Puffy actually directed an Eric Sherman, one of his videos when he went solo in Harlem. And I went with E. And I bumped into Biggie there. He was with Puffy. And then we was just on the side watching. And then Biggie was like, yo, you got some weed? I just went uptown and bought some weed. I said, yeah. He said, yo, let me buy some. He bought some weed. I said, business goes on. And then I smoked some with him. And then we became best friends.
Man, that's deep.
Sorry about that. But I'm wondering, where did your style come from? Because the style, I'm just
you
saying.
couldn't tell me I wasn't MC Channel, LL Cool J, or Cool Moe. But then I would be in science class, and my science teacher, which is my basketball and soccer coach in high school, Mr. Watkins, we would be reading, and then the words would just jump out me, the scientific words.
Wow.
And then in English, I would be reading with Mr. Mott, my other basketball coach, and God bless the dead, my brother Shaquem Brady Owens, the gatekeeper LOD, where he'd be reading theatrical, and the teacher would be like, see, that's how you gotta read. So the phrases and the words would just jump at me, and I would incorporate them in my rhymes, because I would be in the back of the class writing rhymes and stuff.
Yeah, bring them words.
So what was it like to sign with Eric Sherman and Def Jam when you first got your first contract?
Well, I signed to Eric Sermon production company, and he took me to Jive.
So you wasn't at Def Jam?
At first I was on Jive.
Okay.
I went to Def Jam after I did 3 years of jail in Connecticut. Leo, Tina Davis, and Kevin Lyles would come visit me in the halfway house.
Wow.
In Bridgeport, Connecticut.
You was on their neck, so you had to lay it down, and then you got the bag was there. The bag was just waiting on you, cause you already ate.
Russell wanted me to go to Def Jam first, Eric said, but he took me to Jive.
Damn.
When did you get close with Redman?
Eric took me to Jive, baby.
Yeah.
Well, EPMD split up, and Redman gravitated towards Eric Sermon, and I would be around Eric all the time. So then Eric put us on, me and Redman together. Me and Redman just clicked, and then Eric put us on the track, Swing It Over Here on Eric Sermon's album. And then we just started being on each other albums, and then we did Def Squad El Nino for Def Jam.
That El Nino,
I gotta say this, man. As aggressive as rappers y'all was back in the '90s, you and Redman are so calm now, man. Where did that peace come from? Because you calm as hell. I watch a bunch of Redman shit. He calm as hell. Where did that peace come from?
Well, we just know how to act according on to the energy in the room.
So yeah, I also
They'll get live.
Yeah.
Turn it back up if you need to.
I also read something that people they fear you and they scared that you're gonna lash out on them. Why do you think that is?
Because I'm from a group of young men who gave themselves a name and they call us a gang, the LOD. And my lyrics are, some of the songs are aggressive and like volatile. Some of them are messages. Some of them are songs from my life. So I cover all grounds, and people only look at the bad, but you know, I'm not. The FBI is always watching, and I'm not trying to hurt the other person. I can defend myself very well. You started, I'll finish it.
Exactly.
You know, everybody
Don't start
likes
that shit.
feeling.
Don't start that shit.
For
There
my
won't be no shit.
I don't do that. I'm a grown man and I got children.
I'll keep that.
And I don't, you know, I walk that witch to the bridge and make her jump herself.
I like
God forbid I pass before you do. You ain't welcome at my funeral. That's what my grandmother would really say.
I watched the interview on you, and it was on Vlad TV. You just said you want to take care of your kids and give them money. You just want to be able to leave your grandkids something. I seen that. I think that, but like
I can talk shit with the best of them.
you know what's crazy is if you compare the young you with the most beautiful thing in the world and all of those.
Things up there.
Oh man, you know we keep the show running. But when it comes to the person that you were and the person you become, do you feel like you're different now?
Well, when I was a kid, I did childish things. Now I'm a grown man. And,
That's how it goes.
you know, I think now more than I lash out. And he always say, well, you changed. Yeah, because all they gonna do is talk shit. You fucking with the police will come get you. I ain't playing that game.
You know, I also got to say this. A lot of people don't know, well, people that I've talked to don't know that you was on Who Shot You, and it offended a specific person. I have to ask you this question, bro, because I know
you mean the Biggie record?
Yeah. You've been asked this question a million times, the Tupac situation. I need to hear that story.
Well, Puffy called me to the studio to be on the Mary J. Blige record.
Mm-hmm.
And then he put Biggie on the record. But he put me on the skit on Mary and gave Biggie the record. And Tupac thought that I shot you was about him first. With me and LL Cool J and Fat Joe, probably got
That shit was
down,
hard.
Foxy Brown. But then, you know, I told Pop, I wasn't talking about you. He was like, nah, I got shot 5 times, so I was just checking to see. I was like, nah, why ain't talking about you? So we just shook hands and that was that.
Why you never signed the Bad Boy?
Well, I was approached to sign with Bad Boy when I was in Halfway House, but you know, Def Jam came, Kevin, Leo, and Tina Davis came to see me physically. So I gained a rapport with them, and I had a rapport with Kevin when I was with Def Squad and did El Nino.
Yeah, and
And I
Leo was
always
my shit, right?
So it was just like closer to me, you know. They got into my ear, and I felt that it would be more to my liking. But
Right.
after a while, they was leaving Def Jam, and something happened in Texas, and a guy went there and said that, you know, well, he beat me up, and then another dude said Crespo wore a neck brace. He said I choked him and hurt him.
Yeah.
I didn't hurt him at that time. I might have thrown him in the yoke, but it wasn't that time. And then a female that was an A&R, I flipped their hair like this in the studio, and she went there and they got a check. And Leo called me and said, well, they went to Human Resources, and I have to let you go.
So they try to
then
basically
my-
fire you?
I got expelled from the university. AB, he did get a beat down. I ain't gonna lie, kick a little ass, but he deserved it. But Sam Crespo and the other girl, no, I did not beat them up.
All right. So after your first album, I got to talk about this. Like I said, I asked you if anything was off limits.
Then
But
Kevin afterwards was like, well, that happened. We are still friends, so we will be friends forever. So if you need anything, come to me and talk to me. So he gave me the information to where his company is distributed. So I got a new album I'm about to come out with called The Most Ugliest Thing in This World, produced by Evan.
Wow.
Okay.
wow. And it's kind of like life recircling itself, right?
Yeah, the most beautiful to the most ugliest on their ass.
Then I got 8 songs with Marley Marl that he's mixing right now, so we come out with that. Then I'm coming out with a vinyl only record with a guy from overseas called Body on the Block. So I
Wow.
got 3 projects
Vinyl,
coming out,
dang.
but
That's,
Eric Sermon is coming
deep.
first.
yeah, that's deep.
Eric Sermon really stayed out of the limelight for a long time. It's probably because he's rich as hell. But I ain't seen him on social media. He don't do social media or anything like that.
Well, I don't know, man. Don't ask me. Ask Google.
You gotta ask
Yeah,
him.
yeah.
Well, he got
But
social
it's like-
media.
That's your man's though.
He got social
No, I
media.
said he has a rug company. I said he has some.
Yeah, I'm saying like
he's
His
doing.
sister Kim got Death Squad Rug Company.
He's
with
doing
him.
his thing, man. I
And
tapped
he just
in
had
with-
a new album called Burnia. His
Yeah.
grandmother's name.
I didn't hear nothing about it. And you know, it's just today's society. The society we living in right now is you got to push the envelope yourself, or you got to have a machine behind you. So in Eric Sherman's situation, like even
Being independent.
Yeah,
you
yeah,
might
Yeah,
miss
independent. You
some
gotta know
talent
somebody that knows somebody that tell you about it.
But
and
it's
that's
out,
what
yeah.
that's what I wanted to ask you about when you basically got dropped from the label or left the label or whatever the case may be.
I didn't
That's-
leave. I got expelled from the
Yeah,
university.
but how did it feel to be independent at that moment and trying to push your new album with no
Well,
machine
my
behind it?
manager at the time was James Ellis, who's Redman and Method manager right now, and Eric Sherman produced me, and I went to Koch, and I did the Nobody Do It Better with Tyrese, the Hustle one,
Yeah, that was dope.
from He's Keith Murray, the album, on Koch Records, and they folded and became E1.
No, I think I had seen that you had went on the kind of around that same time, leaving from Jive or after dropping your first album. Was there a time that you had got note of possibly needing to turn yourself in or something of the case and didn't? And
Well, I was on
job.
Jive, and I had caught a case in Connecticut, which I was a fugitive on the run.
Gotcha.
And Jive paid for my attorney fees, but I felt that my popularity wasn't matching my record sales. So when I was incarcerated, I had figured out that I wanted to leave, and that's when I went to Def Jam when I was in the Halfway House.
And that's while I was relating that to.
Oh, I came out with He's Keith Murray, excuse me, Arachnophobia was on Koch.
I had seen relating that to kind of like if that was in today's age, it's so crazy because there was this rapper Tay-K that had went on the run and he had dropped like this rap record while he was on the run, but since like we had the internet, he had dropped it on the internet, and then what it did for his popularity, it like took it through the roof. Do you think
Well, when I was on the, not to cut you off, but when I was in court, my album Enigma dropped when I was on trial. Then when I was on the run, I got locked up afterwards, and it came out.
Okay. And then you think that negatively then affected the album?
Yeah, I couldn't promote, I couldn't make personal appearances, so it hurt the sales initially. But now the album's a classic, and it's still selling.
Oh yeah, it's a different time too. So shit, this internet, they could have just blew it, but you gonna still do what you gonna do.
It caught on eventually.
Yeah, because good music gonna live.
You the guy.
All right, so I
Yes,
think
guys need
so.
help.
How the show worked, Keith, is we actually talk about you, which we did, and we don't want to just harp on you and keep asking you 100 questions. So what we do is we have topics, and we want you to become part of the Smartest Dumb People family. We like to give topics, and you just have the conversation with us. What's going on in society? So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna show clips. We're just gonna discuss the clips. And you give your personal opinion on what you would do in that situation or how you feel about this. So let's get to the show, man. Question of the day. Dude comes out with a video and he was speaking on his woman. He at one point in time he had no bread and he had no money to take her nowhere. He wanted to just stay at home and mind his business. And his woman wanted him to go out with her and her friends to go out to eat and kick it and have fun. He didn't have no bread. So she wind up at the dinner table cash apping him money so he could pay for the tab, so she didn't embarrass him. So let's watch the clip. We'll be right back.
We were girlfriend, boyfriend, maybe about a year into your graduate school, I lost my job. I had always had jobs, internships and stuff, so I never had to go without.
And he's a provider. Like, that's just who he is by nature. He's a person who, if we go out for drinks, he's going to slap his card on the bar and pay for everyone's drinks. So to not be able to do that was taking a toll on him.
Yeah, it was messing me up. So I was like becoming a very angry, different person in that point in time. I'm running out of money. She wants to go on double date with one of her colleagues or one of her classmates. And I'm like, no, like, let's eat this Jimmy John's this weekend. Like, I'm just chilling. It's like, no, her boyfriend's coming to town. We're going out. And if you ever met this one before, she can be very much decisive and you don't have much say in it. So we go out. I'm just seeing them order up the menu. You know, we all just get a drink. I'll have the water, lemon, please. And I'm just like,
So Keith, you being the guest on the show, we appreciate you, King, for coming through. What's your opinion on that clip, man? So what would you do in that situation? How do you think it should have been handled? He didn't have no bread. They ran up a tab.
Well, first of all, I went to the restaurant without discussing with her the fact that I was tapped out at that time.
I think they did. I think that they did, but she wanted him to feel like a man.
So, well, listen, I get it. You know, they tell me all the time, you have to be angry. But I would have just let her pay. Fuck it. Your money's my money. My money's your money. If she didn't have no money, I would have paid if I had it. I wouldn't have felt less than a man by her paying the bill.
Well, some cats do, though. That's the problem. Like, they don't understand that everything you do in a relationship got to be 50-50. Everything.
Well, okay, so in this situation, my time is, if we had this fucking conversation, how the fuck you didn't send me this cash app before we went on the date? And it's not even the conversation. You don't have to send it to me right now. You should already send it to me. You should already send it already. If you were going to send me money, pray. You don't have to send it to me.
Let her pay for it.
Yeah, well, I'm just saying, if that's what you want to do, you can pay for it. But you don't have to send it to me like, oh, I'm about to send it to you. All right, send it to me before we leave the house.
Throwing in his face when they argue, like, oh, I gave you money, you couldn't even pay. That's how you treat me.
Hey, that's the unspoken part that they don't include in there because that definitely ends up coming back up. You know, the thing is, I don't think it's bad that she technically sent it over because she's what she did is she did it to stroke his ego. You know what I'm saying? She know her man feels some kind of way.
No, she did it for her friends because she wanted to come out with him. She wanted to show him.
No, she
But
sent
listen,
him the money.
the thought about it is now
Well, why didn't she go on the girls' day?
Now they online talking about it. Okay, man, that's bullshit. Next one.
All right, let's get to the next. Well, but I gotta say, I felt like she was silent for that personally. I feel like sometimes.
Next.
All right, so let's get to the next topic, man. Video surfaces of a man basically watching 3 women talk, and they asked the question out of the women. They asked the question, "Are you a 10? From 1 to 10, what are you?" And all the women answered 10. And then they was talking about how perfect they are. So dude tears them up, tears them a new ass. Let's watch the clip. Willie, somebody you want to turn up their phone?
Who is better at self-improvement, men or women?
Men, but they're all going to say women.
Women. Self-improvement, definitely women.
Okay, rate yourself on a scale of 1 to 10.
I'm a 10, I'm a 10, I'm a 10. Let's see, like, they literally are about to be hypocrites in the first sentence. Women are better at self-improvement, but I'm already perfect. And know this because they all think the same thing. Listen.
10s across the board. Oh, period.
Okay.
And they don't even realize the irony of that statement. They just so proudly look at the fucking lack of self-awareness and just all the pride on their faces from Instagram.
Saying you're a 10, admitting there's no room for improvement?
No, not at all.
Isn't the first step towards improvement admitting you're not perfect?
You're right.
Yes. We were perfect. We just said
We
we
said
were
we're 10s.
Focus on yourself, Kings. Don't waste your attention. Don't waste your energy on them. They're not better than what they look like.
Who is better at self-improvement, men or women?
Men, but they're all going to say women.
Women. Self-improvement, definitely women.
Okay, rate yourself on a scale of 1 to 10.
I'm a 10, I'm a 10, I'm a 10. Let's see, like, they literally are about to be hypocrites in the first sentence. Women are better at self-improvement, but I'm already perfect. And know this because they all think the same thing. Listen.
All right. So that's basically the clip of the young ladies saying that they 10. So is that the problem? Is that the problem with women? They all think that they're perfect and they think that they can change a man and they think that they can make us better. And in their head they have this ideal or this ideology that they're perfect already. What's your opinion, Keith? Do you think that women think that they're perfect in the sense that that's why a lot of relationships fail?
Well, first of all, you have to be a good looker, and those don't look like eye candy to me.
So what? All right. So tell me this: is a 10? So can a woman be a 10 by personality and looks?
You have to be a good looker, and then you have to have a good personality. So making you a 10 makes you not a 10, and if you don't look like a dime, well, you're not a dime.
What's your opinion on that video?
So I'm gonna go off the video. I'm going off the sound of the video.
Did you look at them?
I didn't see them, but I'm just talking about.
They look like you.
They look like
Hey, an average woman.
They look caked up.
Okay, I guess so. Looks is a top part, but in the
You know
end,
who he look like, right?
it's a personality.
Quando?
Who?
He look like, what's his name?
I don't know.
What's his
You gotta give it
name? Smooth, what's his name?
You about to have me dying.
Smooth?
I don't know.
You know his name? JB Smooth.
Oh, yeah, hey, my cousin said
the dude that did the one commercial,
You don't know JB Smooth?
Oh, the comedian. That's funny as hell.
My cousin said that.
You know.
Hey guys.
It's over? The show's over?
He said talking
Hey, handle your business.
Now it's time to say goodbye to all my Negro friends and Caucasians. Look, this is the smartest dumb people. Keith Murray King, give your handles out, man. Let them know how they can find you. I picked you on Instagram. You popped.
Instagram got hacked, so be careful.
That's not you.
That's Keith Murray Rap got hacked.
Yeah.
So be careful.
I just followed you.
I just keep going. I've been over there for a week, 2 weeks trying to get it back. The Instagram is helping me, but to no avail. You can catch me on Keith Murray, Facebook and Instagram. Well, we can't on Instagram, but Twitter. And I dress better than any gay man.
New album dropping when?
This summer. The Most Ugliest Thing in This World, produced by Eric Sermon.
Oh,
and
man,
I got
that's gonna be
two
dope,
songs with
man.
Marley Marl, and I'm coming out with vinyl only with a guy overseas called The Body on the Block.
All right, so this is the smartest dumb people. Keith Murray, Quando Rondo, Willie A.D.N., Anthony That Dude Johnson. Y'all have a great night.
And you's a smart dummy.
Yo, what's up, y'all? This is Toot at the hottest podcast in the city, the smartest dumb people. I'm here with my nigga, That Dude Johnson. You know what I'm saying? We go way back like 4 flats on the Cadillac. Y'all tune in every week or every time. Hit the like button, subscribe, do what you're supposed to do. Like, comment, share, tell your people about it. Y'all know what it is. It's the smartest dumb people.
Yes, sir.
Buddha.
When I got messages saying, what's up with the show? One to where you still got kids writing essays on. 472. Shout out to Chris, he came through.
Came back there. And you go, okay. And she said,
Okay, he done. He turned it. It's not money, baby. They don't need cash in their hands.
Right. So now the fuck with that.
Regardless of the fact. You don't know. You don't know his fucking intentions.
internet, what are people, listen, I'm gonna take my time down here.